How do I college? Well, just keep watching this video. Lemon tea with less sugar. Hey guys, I'm Winona and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a college Q&A video. I asked you guys what questions you may have about college and I got a few, so let's get right into it. How to make friends. You know, the bottom line honestly is to just be yourself and put yourself out there, and honestly you'll just attract the right people that way. But I'm sure some of you will be like, oh my god Winona, like that is just some BS, like typical Tumblr shit that you're just gonna throw at us and you know, I'm not gonna believe you. Well, I actually came up, if you don't believe me, I'm gonna actually give you some legitimate things you can do to follow. So, you know, maybe you will take that advice eventually. So the first step I have is to find and join clubs that interest you. I feel like by joining clubs and organizations that actually interest you, you'll find your friends easier because you guys have a common ground already to talk about stuff. Just don't be afraid to seek out opportunities and to, you know, have fun. The second tip is to go to socials hosted by your department or major. So these socials usually happen during like the first 2 weeks of school, and it's actually really helpful because you meet people in your major and so you'll see them in your classes too. And if you do meet someone at that social and then they actually happen to be in your class, you'll see a familiar face in such a big lecture, and it's actually really comforting. So I'm in the College of Ag and I went to the ice cream social that they held I think a day before school, and I met one of my friends there, and then through her I met this guy who, you know, we became friends, you know, it's all good. The next day, my major had a social, and when I went to that social, I bumped into the same guy again, and it was so cool because I'm like, oh my god, like, I just met you yesterday, and then now, like, I'm meeting you today, and it feels like fate, what the hell? And then we actually became really good friends after that, so yeah, you never know what's gonna happen when you go to social hosted by your school. The third action that you can take is actually to enroll in small classes. It's so much more intimate compared to other classes, say like big lectures. You really get to know every single person really well. So for me, I enrolled in Drama 10 my fall quarter of freshman year. It was so much fun. Although it didn't really align with the curriculum, I did meet 20 people in that class, and they're all so fun, and like they all really liked drama. I liked drama, so it was such a nice time. And I actually got to know 3 girls in that class pretty well. For one of them, she actually ended up being in my wildlife class in spring quarter. This other girl, actually a nude, we lived in Sagunas together, so we would just bump into each other every now and then in the dining commons, and we just sit and have lunch and, you know, chill, have a good time. And I actually have a tip for making friends in big lectures. So what I would do in big lectures is I would purposely not go early, and I would get to the lecture maybe like 2 minutes before it starts, and then I would scan the room and see if there's an empty seat next to someone who looks really like kind and nice. I would like go up to that person and ask, oh, is this seat taken? And usually they'd be like, oh no, you can sit here. And then so I sit down, and then, you know, since I started the conversation, it would just keep flowing. So yeah, that's how I make friends usually in big lectures, and it actually does work, okay? Like 3 quarters passed by and that strategy still worked, at least for me. So yeah, that's a little like sneaky way to do it. If you guys aren't afraid to try it out, do it. I know some people think that you have to rush into something, like that's the first thing you have to do in college, you know, like find your group of friends and just stick to them forever. But it doesn't happen to everyone, and that's totally okay. I didn't really get to know my roommate because I was out all the time first quarter, and you know, after those missed times we still got really close together, so don't fear, my friend, you'll be okay. What should you bring to college? Hooks. I think everyone should just bring hooks into their, oh that sounded so weird. Everyone bring hooks to their room. No. I know some dorms say like, oh, you can't put like anything on your wall, but some hooks in America, you can actually put it on, and then when you peel it off, nothing stays there. And it's really nice because you can just put like you can just put on your wall, and then you can put like your bag and your lab coat. That's what I did. There's not a lot of room in college, so you need to put your stuff somewhere. Hooks, basket/bin. In college, dorms, you really get to know how little space you have. My roommate, she actually bought 4 little bins, and she put her food and her pads and she just slid it under her bed, and it's really efficient because she really made lots more space for her closet, and I really should have done that before. Shower cubby. I'm not sure about other schools, but in Davis, some restrooms don't have a place where you can put your toiletries, or they're just like a little like empty hole so people can just take it and use it. Shower cubbies can hold all your stuff together in one place, and then you can just take it and then you can just walk to the bathroom and then put it in while you shower, and then when you're done just bring your baby and go back to your dorm. And also for UCD students, if you have a bike, buy fenders. You don't want to get that like freshman mud stripe on your back. It's no. Also, one more thing.
Breathe carefully.
I think some people just need to treat other people in the same level as they would treat themselves. College is a place where there's so many people, and it's really time to learn how to respect people's boundaries and respect people's decisions and also respect people's time. This sounds like really obvious to have respect, but you'd be surprised by how many people in college really don't have that. Please have this before you come to college. Oh my god, I've met so many pricks already. I don't want more coming in. How to get along with your roommate. So as I said before, respect, and also be confrontational. If you never tell your roommate about something that's annoying you and those feelings just build up inside of you, it feels really disgusting because you're just going back to your room and you're just facing this demon and you're just trying to relax and get away from everything, and you just see like this person that you really despise, and that's not a good feeling at all. And sometimes your roommate doesn't even know that she's doing things that are bothering you. So just be direct, upfront, and yeah. How do you deal with stress? I feel like stress is just a mental game. So I tell myself that, you know, Winona, you got this, you can overcome it, and you can do it, you know? That sounds like really silly, but if you can convince yourself, you can do anything. If you stress over something too much, you're just putting yourself through it twice. So why waste the energy and emotions for that, you know? Study tips. I think the most important one is to make sure you actually know what's going on in the class before you go to the next lecture or move on to the next section. Usually the information is connected, and if you don't understand what's presented to you now, it's really hard to catch up later on. You really need to take time to brush up on and look through everything again. It might sound really tedious, which it is. If you put in the effort now, you're gonna have such a breeze later on. So I am in chem and I did this thing called OWL homework. And before, I would just copy the formula for every question, or I would just ask my friends how to do it without learning it myself. And I did not know what was going on in any lecture, and I just felt really lost. I know OWL homework is a pain in the ass, but taking time to do every question actually really does benefit you in the future, and it really helps you learn how to answer questions that may come up in the exam. How do you balance everything? Prioritize. So I tried to have this ratio my freshman year, and it is basically close to impossible. We only have so much time in one day, and it's really hard to give every single portion of your life the same energy and time. You know, if you can do it, good for you. I wish I was you, but I tried doing this and it's actually really exhausting. Prioritizing just gives you a better idea of what you should spend your time on and what you actually want in life. It just helps you, you know, allocate time and energy better. This is Davis stereotype true.
Okay, so I didn't get into Berkeley, but I wanted to stay in NorCal, so I went to Davis.
Yeah. Berkeley rejects.
I smell like cows, but I'm getting a good education. Plus, Camp Jumbo went to Davis for a little while.
Now it's a Samanaj. Different icon.
Aggies go! Go Aggies, go Aggies, go!
Yeah, I feel like most people are like that. Very spirited.
Yeah, meet you there.
Pretty accurate, yeah. So one of my friends specifically asked me to talk about my experience in my frat, and I think I know why. I actually learned most of, I guess, my life lessons during my time here, and I think it really made me, oh my gosh, I really learned a lot about myself through this fraternity and through the pledging process. While on the outside it looks like I'm having a lot of fun with the fraternity, which I do, but also I guess going into like a deeper level, it really helped me discover and learn more about myself. Yeah, it low-key changed my life. Wow, this is so cheap. Wow. Am I saying you should put like your whole life saving into a frat and make friends that way? No. But finding people who have the same beliefs as you and enjoy the same things or similar things as you, being able to connect with them and form a relationship can be very life-changing, especially in college. I think it's also because in college there's a lot of people, at least in my school, like there's like 30,000 people in the school, and it's really easy to get lost. And I'm really fortunate to have been able to meet so many like-minded people in my freshman year, and I don't know, I feel like my college experience would have been so much more different if I have not met them. Yeah, I'm really grateful for all the people I've met, and yeah. Okay, let's move on. How are the parties like in college? Honestly, it's like the parties you see on TV. There are people, you know, dancing and smoking and just really, really loud music, like probably the same playlist that every other party plays. And they're always the same. Like they're always the same. Like they're just like trap or like EDM. Like maybe like the top 50 Spotify playlist. Yeah, that they always play that. So I really like it. Like everyone's relaxed and chill. But I do have to say, I don't like the hookup culture. I go to parties with my friends and I just really like, you know, being slightly and just, you know, dancing around like nobody cares with my friends. That's a good feeling. And if you're coming to Davis, don't really expect a lot from parties because we're not really a party school. How hard are classes compared to high school? I feel like in high school, the stress level is like a 3 usually, and then when tests come, it goes to like a 9, and then goes back to 3, 9, 3, 9, 3, 9. In college, I feel like it's a constant 6 because in high school, the only time when we really have to work hard is when test comes. Usually, we would just, you know, mess around, not do anything, and then when test season comes, we're like, oh my god, shit, I don't know anything, so we gotta study and shit right that. And then after the test, you're like, oh, okay, we can, you know, fuck around again. In college, midterm 1, 2, and the final are only like 3 weeks apart, and they all constitute the same percentage usually in your final grade. So you really have to work hard throughout the entire thing. Some teachers have homework and participation points for discussion. Although it only takes up like say 10% of your grade, it still really matters because at least in the UC system, a B+ and a B can make a huge difference in your GPA. And also because each class is weighted differently, your GPA can be easily influenced by your grade. I would say the workload is less, but the stress is more. In high school, you have from 8 to 3. But in college, you just have, say, 1 class in the morning, 1 class in the afternoon, and then free time. So you get more time to do your homework, which is really nice, hence, I feel like the workload is less. Were you scared when you joined your first week? Yes, I was really, really scared. People always say that I would have no problem making friends because I'm really extroverted. However, when my car stopped at my dorm, I literally did not want to get out of the car, and I almost cried because I was like, oh my god, like I'm not gonna make friends. I don't know how I'm gonna do, like what if I hate college and I just want to come back, you know. I was really scared, but I feel like what helped me was I just started talking to everyone. Because my main concern was I wouldn't make friends, right? So I told myself, you know, Winona, if you just go all out, there's no turning back. You know, just dip your whole body and soul into it. You can't get out, you know. So I just started talking to everyone. Like I greeted everyone on my floor. You know, there's no way out, and I'm glad I did that because I got to know everyone on my floor, and it was really nice to, you know, see familiar faces during the first week of school, like around the DC and around socials and everything. And yeah, just go all out. Yeah. How to deal with saying goodbye to your high school friends? For me, I tried to meet up with them as much as I could before I went to college. I feel like the big takeaway is if it's real, it will be there. In college, you know, everyone gets really busy because everyone just really wants to discover who they are. Just that little Instagram comment on your new post, or just a text saying like, oh, I found this toy and it reminded me of you. Those already, like, I feel like change everything. And when you guys do reconvene in the future, if it was really true friendship, you would feel like nothing would have changed. Honestly, throughout time, you would really discover who your real friends were. And I feel like that alone is like the greatest thing in the world, because you really get to finally realize who really matters. What is your rice purity score before and after college? I actually thought about whether I should put this in this video, but you know, YOLO. I actually let's see. See, the thing is, right, people who actually know me, I make really perverted jokes, but the thing is, I don't really know a lot. Actually, the first time I did this test, I didn't know 75% of the terms, and even the most innocent person in the room at that time knew what they meant. So I was like, am I really that deprived of a... I don't know. Let's see. I kind of looked through it yesterday and I calculated my score before, and it was a 90. It was a 98, okay? So let's see what after college. Being a roommate out to commit a sexual act, that's just me, man. Like, at least wait for her to be doing something before you do it, you know? What's a booty call? Hold on. 86. Let's move on. That is it for my college Q&A video. But for my UCD viewers, I do have some useful links that you might find useful when you come to Davis. I hope my advice was helpful. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. I wasted probably 15 minutes of your life, or probably 1 minute if you decided to skip everything and just go to the question, which is totally fine. Like, I don't really care. Yeah, if there's anything that you would like to ask me that I did not cover in this video, feel free to ask me in the comments below. And if you liked what you see, I would love if you would like this video or subscribe. I also make videos related to photography and traveling and personal stuff that I enjoy making. Yeah, if you would like to stick around, I would love that. Sorry, I forgot to do an outro. For those of you who are already in school, good luck and you'll have so much fun. And for those of you who are on the quarter system like me, be excited. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!